We've got a great meeting set up today. In a couple of days, we're going to have the anniversary of September 11th and the devastation that hit the United States of America. I'd like to invite Ed Cleveland up here today. You can see we've got some flags back here. And I think, Lou, you brought those, if I'm not wherever you are, out there someplace. But I'm going to have you go through a few things just in remembrance, Ed.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
It was 24 years ago Thursday morning. People went to work, went to school, got ready to vote in New York City. And then the world changed. But it didn't just change for those in New York. It changed for all of us. I asked Mike if we could have just a minute to remember that 24 years ago, 2,603 people died on that horrible day in New York City. 343 firefighters, 23 NYPD cops, 37 Port Authority cops, and police officers there, 55 military personnel, as well as 3 officers from the court system that Louis worked in. And sadly, those numbers just keep growing. Over 360 firefighters have died since 9/11 of illnesses caused by the debris that they worked in for months afterwards in those holes in New York City. 360. How many died on that day? 343. We've lost more firefighters since then than died on 9/11. And more are dying still. There are 1,400 at least fighting cancers and other diseases caused by the work that they did. I have 2 friends of mine that are cops from New Jersey that worked in the hole for 2 months. Both of them living down in the Venice area fighting cancers from 9/11. Let's never forget that 9/11 wasn't just about New York. While we lost 2,603 there, 189 people died at the Pentagon, both inside and 59 people on that airplane. And another 40 on Flight 93 in Shanksville. For some of us, this is personal. Louis and I both have friends that we knew and worked with that died that day. Some of them were people that Louis grew up with, was in Cub Scouts with. So it's a personal thing for us. But as a nation, we're forgetting that tragedy that was that day. When we first started saying, never forget about 9/11, like many, people thought that that could never happen. But today we see too many adults that remember it was a tough day or two. But we have kids today that have no clue about what happened on 9/11. Join us this Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, right down this parking lot at the Public Safety Memorial, as we have a tribute to heroes, as we'll remember all of those that died that day, protecting their community and the people that worked there. Over 30,000 people were rescued by firefighters climbing those stairs and getting them out of that building. The boat lift that we don't even think about too often. You know, in the Netherlands, the British people rescued 330,000 people. On 9/11, boats, both commercial and civilian, rescued 500,000 people. Wow. We can't ever forget. Join us down there as we remember those that paid that ultimate sacrifice. And I'm just asking you to please never forget.
Today, we're going to have some fun. Alexandra Elman Foley is the CEO of Minnesota Lighthouse for the Blind. They provide critical services to visually impaired individuals in Sarasota, Manatee, as well as DeSoto and Highlands County since 1985. Kelly French, our membership coach here, is development and grant specialist. She's here. She's going to be getting involved. Where are you, Kelly? Right there. Okay, right next to us. Alexandra, or Alex, has worked with Seeing Eye Incorporated in Morristown, New Jersey, and was a member of the Lighthouse Guild in New York City. Having lost her vision at age 27, Alex is a beneficiary of the services provided by Lighthouse and has been the Director of Development and on the Board of Directors. We will, with Kelly's help, have some activities today so we can better understand some of the challenges faced by our visually impaired friends. Alex, I'd like to welcome you up to the stage. And who are we bringing up here as well? Is Tori coming up at the same time?
Yep.
And we also have Ismir.
Because Ismir might get distracted. Okay. Yep. Ismir told he doesn't like those stairs. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay.
Okay, and here's the podium.
I'm coming.
I think we're in good shape right there. We've got 2 mics for you.
All right. You want me here? Woo.
Yep, there's 2 of them.
Okay.
For the demonstration.
Okay, so Kelly, you're going to talk about what we're going to do? Yep. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having us and letting us show you. It's kind of a funny thing to say, right? Let us show you what it's like to do things without vision. So I'm going to give it to Kelly, and then I'll introduce Tori.
Okay, so you have a lot of stuff at your tables today. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is everybody grab one of the little packets of blindfolds. Then I'm going to ask everybody to grab one of the little paper plates that has snacks on it.
Don't look.
Yeah.
Don't look what's on your plate.
Yeah, don't really study that plate too much.
Spin it around.
The basic thing I really want you to do right now is have that tray pretty much empty so that all you have on it is the pitcher of water and a cup. And I want one volunteer from each table to put on their blindfold first and be the person who pours a glass of water from that pitcher.
You can do it.
With the blindfold
Yeah.
on. We've got Angela over here. She's got her blindfold on.
We're not giving them any hints, right?
Nope.
Okay.
The only thing I recommend is you keep your glass on the tray so that if it spills, it catches the water.
Kelly, are we supposed to pour?
Yes.
Yes.
Pour when you're ready. Angela did a good job. She got her cup completely full.
No spillage. Awesome.
Yes, you did. Yep, fill it up.
You're being a good boy.
Okay, it looks like everybody is done filling the cups. So we'll do the next challenge.
You need
Now
to
we
get-
want everybody to put on their blindfolds. Yes, you're going to mess up your hair, but the rain may have done that already. And by the way, you can keep these blindfolds so the next time you have a flight and you want to sleep on the plane, you have them.
Dual duty.
Okay. Once everybody's blindfolded, I want you to find that little paper plate. You feel the paper plate? Each paper plate has 3 types of food items on it. There's a Ritz cracker, a wheat thin cracker, some goldfish, and a Hershey's Kiss. So you'll have to reach around and figure out which one you want to eat. And if you pick the Hershey's Kiss, then you have to unwrap it.
You can always find food. Eat it.
Eat it.
That's your reward for playing our game today.
And Mac is getting a lot of pictures of everybody doing this, blindfolded. Good newsletter material. Okay, since I see a lot of people removing their blindfolds now, I'm going to turn it back over to Alex. I hope you've had some fun.
Kelly. Just tell them take pictures of us and all that stuff. Okay. Pictures. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting my dog situated. Sit down. Okay, everybody, that was fun, right? My motto is you can always find the food, you know? It's always going to be there. And a little trick to what I tend to do sometimes is put my finger, as long as it's for me, put my finger on the edge of the glass when I'm pouring. So then you can feel when it fills up. There's other devices too that beep and scream, but that takes too long as far as I'm concerned. All right, well, so I'm going to introduce Tori Manafee first. This is Tori Manafee. He is our Lighthouse Technology Solutions man. So what Lighthouse Technology Solutions is, it is our revenue generating arm of the Lighthouse where we go out and we serve anybody who needs assistance with computers, making a smart house, anything that you need that has to do with technology. And Tori is also, and I'll let him speak a little bit more, Tori is also going to come around to each table and let you guys try the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I don't know, have you guys heard about these? All right, so now you can see how they work. They're so cool. So, Tori, you want to talk a little bit about LTS and then I'll move forward.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Like you said, my name is Tori. I'm here with the Lighthouse, and like you said, I'm pretty much an IT handyman. So really any technology service you need as far as setting up a smart home, fixing a computer, even setting up and learning your meta glasses. That's something we provide at a cost to raise money for the mission. So speak a little bit about the meta glasses. These are really impactful in our visually impaired community, as I feel they level the playing field and really help restore their independence, which is one of our main goals of the Lighthouse. So they are really just glasses, but they have AI and a camera built into them, so they can perform functions that visually impaired people normally have lost. And one of the main things is reading. You can say, hey, Meta, look and read. It can read entire paperwork, document, your mail to you.
Prescription bottles?
Prescription bottles. It also pretty much takes your phone out of your hand. So a lot of our visually impaired, they walk with a cane. You know, they might have their purse, other bags. So the phone could do some of the same things, but you only have so many hands. So you put the glasses on, say, hey, Meta, where am I at? Describe what's in front of me. It can tell you a lot of information, hands-free. So it really just restores their independence and, lets them do what they need to do. If you're out walking, it can describe and read street signs. You can also connect to a service called Be My Eyes, which is a volunteer service that you can call a volunteer. They can look through your phone's camera, and they can describe what's in front of you. It's a person talking to you. But instead of having to hold your phone out, wave back and forth, up and down, with the glasses, you just say, hey, I'm not going to say the code word, hey, glasses, be my eyes, and it will call that volunteer, and you can just look around with your face, carry your bags, have your dog, have your cane, and you're back fully functional, good to go. So I'll be walking around table to table, demonstrating. You can touch them, feel them, talk to them, play with them, wear them. And yeah, they cost about $300, but the value, the cost to impact ratio is wonderful.
Thank you, Tori.
No problem.
And we will be carrying them in our Illumination store as soon as we are able. And one thing about LTS is that 100% of, the cost goes right back to fund the lighthouse. So, all right, so that's LTS. So let me talk a little bit about the lighthouse. First, I want to thank the gentleman who talked about 9/11. I am a New Yorker. I don't know, maybe you can tell, maybe not. I was there on 9/11. I lost many people, all who worked at Cantor Fitzgerald. My second husband was one of the remediators who wore a rebreather mask the entire time. He cleaned up the Deutsche Bank building, so we spent a lot of time there. I myself just won the battle with cancer, and I probably inhaled a lot of that dust myself because I don't know if you all remember. Unfortunately, it was beautiful for the 5 days after. It rained the day before, and the dust blew everywhere. So the city was red, literally, and I kid you not. So thank you again for that remembrance, and never again. My family is of the Jewish faith, and we strongly believe in never again, and never again for 9/11. So thank you all. And thank you for going tomorrow and, on Thursday. Yes. Okay, enough of that. So, the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse has been around for 40 years. We serve 5 counties. We serve Manatee, Sarasota, Charlotte, DeSoto, and Highlands. So we serve a wide swath of the area. All the different lighthouses in the state of Florida are independent, and they all are regional, so they serve different counties. So, people will talk about the Orlando Lighthouse or, the Lighthouse of Broward. We all work together as one voice for the people of Florida who have vision loss, but we are independent organizations. The organization was started 40 years ago, again in 1985, by some eye doctors and some people who were visually impaired because they saw the need for training in services like that. So the services that we have are, we have what's called adjustment to vision loss classes, and these are for, we put people through these classes who have just lost their vision, who need to do things like you just experienced, need to learn how to cook, personal grooming, money management, and also we have a large family counseling section as well as individual counseling or peer-to-peer counseling, so people can get together and they can talk about the things that are going on, because this is not an individual experience. Many of us have gone through it. And I will tell you that having lost my sight at 27, I was very fortunate to have seen for a long time, but it was a process. I had to mourn one way of life, and I had to learn how to live the other. And the Lighthouse gives people the tools that they need to be able to live as fully independent people. In my former life, I was a wine importer. I traveled all over the world, blind, with my seeing eye dog and all of the tools that I needed. So this can be done. We don't have to stay home in the closet. And one of the things that we also fight with blindness and vision loss is depression, isolation, etc. So the Lighthouse brings people together so that they know they have different things that they can do. We have clubs, we have cooking clubs, etc. Okay, so that's adjustment to vision loss. We have our assistive technology, and what that program does is that and everybody wants assistive technology, right? Because as Tori said, what levels the playing field for people with vision loss is technology. People can get on the phone with me, they never know I can't see, right? I'm on the phone, I'm on my computer, I'm doing whatever I need to do. So that's a huge piece. We teach classes, the Meta Glasses classes. We teach Android and iPhone classes, computer classes, PCs, Macs, iPad classes. So all of those are what we teach. And our assistive technology director is very forward thinking. She's always writing new programs and curricula. She's now all into the AI stuff. So we'll see what comes out with that. We have to stay up, right? We have to stay in it. Otherwise, we're behind. We're already behind, right? So we have to stay in it. So those are taught to not only our older blind, which is one of our categories, our adult blind, who are people who don't want to go back to work but still need services. We have our vocational rehabilitation program, which are people who want to go back to work. So they are sort of on a fast track. If they've recently lost their sight, we do individual adjustment to vision loss classes. They go into technology immediately. They start to learn how to walk with the cane, which is called orientation and mobility. And then we have an employment services area where we teach, it's a 6-module course. We teach people how to write resumes for the job they're going for, how to interview properly. We take them to buy clothes if they need, and we take them into their jobs, and we also do job coaching. We have relationships with many businesses in the area that definitely employ our clients. So think about it. You know, we can do a lot of things. We can do anything. I just don't fly the plane anymore alone. Driving, although there's a lot of people out there that I might drive better than. Oops, sorry. So vocational rehabilitation is huge because we want people to go back to work if they want to, of course. We have a children's program, which is children's age 5 to 13, and then we have a program called Transition, which is our teens from 14 to 22. Those people, those kids, those adults, young adults, all learn the same things, except it's a little bit more intense. We also take them out, take them to experiences that, you know, everybody else has and maybe they weren't able to have. We had our kids at Triumph recently. They were climbing trees, they were doing zip lines, they were having a ball. They go to Busch Gardens, they go to university class, universities, they do job, they just finished in July their jobs. They had summer jobs. Some of them were at the West Coast. Oh my God, Julie, help me. What?
They were here.
Yes. They were here, exactly, with the West Coast. Yeah. So they were here. We had people at the ASPCA. We had kids working in computers. So it gives them, you know, on-the-job experience. So those are, did I miss any programs? And of course, as I said, our family engagement and counseling arm, which again flows through all of the different programs because, you know, family is also affected when someone loses their vision. So we have all those are basically our programs. I'm here if you have questions, of course. We have two other things, of course, Lighthouse Technology Solutions. Are you still standing here?
I'm still here.
Go out there.
I'll be out there. Wish you were good on stage.
I'm okay, thank you. I'm bossy, sorry. New York, remember? I have an excuse. And then we have our Illumination Low Vision store. So we have a brick and mortar location at our building where we sell many of the devices, magnifiers, canes that are smart canes that will help you get through. One of the things that our clients suffer from is that if there are overhanging things or things in front of you, oops, the cane doesn't find that, right? So these smart canes have now this sort of dome. Well, they'll let you know that there's something coming. So that's pretty cool. The dogs know how to do that. You know, they'll stop. Every once in a while you get smacked in the head by a branch, but otherwise, you know, it's okay. And so that's really important. So we have other little things that we teach, like bump dots, which are things that you put on your different appliances to know what they are. We have different sizes and shapes. So, you know, everything is digital these days. So we have to have these bump dots on so we can find them. And again, we have a lot of low vision people who are losing their sight. So we have a lot of devices for that as well. That store is also online. And we welcome any and all of you to come and tour our facility. We just got back in our building. We were out for over 2 years. Our building was destroyed during Hurricane Ian. And we completely reimagined it. It's all client-centric. And I don't know if you can see it coming from north to south, but we have an incredible mural on our building. We're on North Tamiami Trail across from the airport. And that mural represents everything that we do. So again, we invite you to come and visit us.
I want to see, we're not going to have time for those glasses. Can we bring them up here? And then I'm going to maybe, let me tell the audience.
But you can hear it through the microphone.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Can we hear it? Can I get up
Yes,
close?
get
I'm
up
just going to
close,
stand
yeah.
next to you right here. All right, so what are we doing here? These are some nice Ray-Bans.
Yes, sir. So there are speakers in the ears of them. I didn't cover that earlier.
On the arms, yeah.
On the arms, and they fire directly into your ear. So anytime you answer the question, it's speaking directly to you. You can turn it up, turn it down. You can play music. It's like having your own little sound
And you
bubble.
can get on the phone.
You can get on the phone, answer your text messages. Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Bluetooth.
So I can hear little beeps right over
Right.
there, right in the back of it, and it's got cameras right in the front of it
Yep.
here.
Yes, sir.
You can see
So
them. Yeah.
can I ask it now? Now, do I say,
You
Yeah.
say, hey, Meta, look and read.
"Hey Meta, look and read"?
I can't hear it today.
Why USC US? Our mission asks to directly support the Lighthouse Vision Loss Center by delivering accessible and inclusive technical support.
So it's reading this. Mm-hmm. Okay, pretty good.
Yeah.
And then
So
you
it's
can,
read-
you can tell it to say, the command word, look around and tell me what you see.
So can you guys could hear that, right?
Yeah?
Now, if I look at a different paragraph, are these glasses going to zoom right over to the next one? And how can I
Now,
turn these off?
You can
Stop.
tap it on the right side, or you can say, hey, Meta, stop.
Hey, Meta, stop. Doing?
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. So just one.
So it's not smart
Pretty
enough.
good.
So it of course takes a picture, but I would say if you put your finger by somewhere you want to read, say, "Hey Meta, look and read by my finger," and it's smart enough that you can see where your finger is and
That's
read
pretty
starting
good.
there.
That's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
So then you're walking down the street. It's going to also catch you if you're coming up to a fire hydrant or something
No,
like that?
you have to
or-
ask
You
it
have to
to
ask
look.
it.
Yeah, so
All
you
right.
can say.
But you
"Hey,"
can put it in look mode.
Yes, and you can say, hey, Meta, look and see if there are any obstacles in my way,
Okay.
right?
What's
And
in
you-
front of me,
yeah, what's
describe
in
what
front
you
of me.
see.
Angel, did you try him out over there?
I'm actually thinking now of getting a pair for the office for when we have someone vision impaired that needs to see court files.
Yeah. And there are different types of lenses. There's transition lenses, obviously sunglasses, and then clear ones. So people who still have some vision can use their vision as well as using that. And it gets smarter every day, because it's all
You have
AI.
to constantly make updates. Yes, sir.
Alex,
Shorter.
thank you very much for being
Thank
here
you.
today. All right.
Thank
we
you all for
appreciate
having
the program. Don't leave yet. Don't leave.
Okay.
On behalf of the Bradenton Kiwanis, I am going to hand you a Kiwanis Golden Ruler from the
Yay.
Bradenton Kiwanis.
Thank you.
A better way of life, a better Bradenton. And let's
you.
turn and face the camera right
All right,
here.
where's the cameraman?
Right there.
There you are.
One more. Thank you.
Thank you
Perfect,
all.
we got
We
it.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Yep,
Alex.
let me get my dog off and hit my.
All right, here it is.
Okay. I'm sorry. He doesn't like the steps, sorry. I don't know why. All right, Tori.
big guy.
go.
Right.
All right, stairs coming down.
Oh, boy. Go ahead.
Good show. Very interesting program. That's kind of fun, right, Gilbert? We like to have some fun during these programs. But anyway, Mac has something to say. Mr. Mac.
I always have something to say. I know, guys said you all can keep the blindfold if you need them, that's great, but if you don't, I have a lot of scouts that can use them for different things. So if you leave them on the table, they will be repurposed. Thank you.
Good. Thank you again, Lighthouse, for the presentation today. Please join us next week. Are we all going to meet back here next week? No. Where are we meeting, Chrissy? Where? The Bishop. We're meeting at the Bishop. All right. Got it, Lisa? All right. Looking at you right there. Anyway, we'll see you all next week. Have a great day. Let's have a great finish to the week.